Hi, Marianne Robot here at beautiful Lake Winnipesaukee. I'm here to talk to you today about getting beyond the obstacles that we might put in our way to get the life we most desire. In video one, we talked about setting intentions, and intentions was all about setting the direction of how you wanted to be and what you wanted to accomplish. The last video that we talked about was around beliefs. What are the beliefs that are serving you, and what beliefs are getting in your way of creating the ideal life? In this video, we're going to talk about 3 major obstacles that I see most when I'm working with people in their journey of creating the life that they want. The first obstacle we're talking about is going to be, what is your ideal life? Do you have a picture of it, an image, a statement that you can say to yourself about it? The second obstacle we'll talk about is a roadmap. Many people know what they want in life, but they don't have a plan to get there. And then finally, the third obstacle is the obstacle around deserving. It's around, do you deserve what you desire in life? So in the 20 years I've been working with people, I would say these are the 3 obstacles that gets in everybody's way about creating the life that they really want. So let's tackle the first obstacle. First of all, we talk about putting you in the driver's seat of life. In order to know where you're going, in order to drive that way, you have to have the picture of what you want in life. And this is the big picture. This is if at the end of your lifetime, you can say to yourself, I had a successful life, it's because you lived into this picture of what you wanted to be, do, or have during this lifetime. So the first question is, how many of you have your ideal life picture? I was recently working with this man that went through a divorce, and he was in the process for the last 2 years. And he came into my office and he said, I realized that the last 2 years was all about moving through my divorce. I don't know how to be a single man again. I don't know how not to be in a marriage. I don't have a picture of the kind of life that I truly desire right now. And so that's where we began. And that's where I want to begin with you. The first and most important thing is that you have the big picture of your life that you want, that you most desire. Now, this big picture can be thought of in certain ways. It's, what do you want to accomplish? At the end of your life, if you can answer the question, I've had a meaningful life, what would be meaningful for you? The second question that you might pose to yourself is, who do you most want to have experiences with in life? So if you can define the people that you want to go on this life journey with, do you want a mate? Do you want a partner? Do you want children? Do you want a loving family? Are you independent? Describing who is in your life really helps you to attract those people to you. And then the third question that you might ask yourself when thinking about what would be the ideal life for me is, how do you want to show up in your own life? And when I say show up, how do you want to be? How do you want to connect with every interaction that you have? There are some days when I'm running through life and I am in the energy of busyness. I'm busy doing this, I'm busy doing that, I'm busy doing that. And I'm not in the energy of connection. And it's 2 very different energies. Busyness is, I'm doing something, but I'm thinking about what's next. Connected energy is, I am totally, fully present in the moment with what is occurring right now. So when you look at your ideal life, I want you to think about those 3 things. What's going to create the most meaningful life for you? Who do you want to travel this journey with? And how do you want to be? And write those down. If you're a visual person, like I am, a really helpful hint is to cut out pictures, create a vision board of that life, because just having the words won't do it for you. You also have to have the images. So cut out images of things that you want to accomplish in your life. Cut out people, images of people, or paste pictures that you already have of people that you want to be in your life. And then for me, like, I have yoga poses on my vision board because that reminds me to be present. So you can write it all out, or you can create a vision board and then paste the vision board somewhere where you will see it every single day. Mine is right behind my faucet in my bedroom, and my cleaner, every week she comes, she moves it out of that place, and every week after she's been there, I move it back, because I want to know when I'm brushing my teeth, I am looking at my vision board and I am taking those images in and affirming to myself, this is the life I want. So try that out. The second is, once you have this ideal picture, then what's your roadmap? And this is where most people get derailed. They get derailed because they try to create the whole roadmap at once. What I'm suggesting is that you take 1 or 2 actions at a time. And I would also suggest you go after the short-term wins. And what I mean by that is, if you look at your whole vision board, you're going to say, what are the easy things to do? What are the things that I can implement today, tomorrow, or within the next 30 days that are going to help me to live into this ideal life of mine? Go after them. Make them your plan for the next 30 days to bring that into your life. And then once you achieve that, pick 2 more. This strategy might work with 50 or 60% of you. But I also work with a lot of people in business, and they understand, or they're used to dealing with the big plan. So if that's you, write out the big plan. Write out, how are you going to get to your ideal life? And then what I want you to do is, where the date column is when am I going to take all these steps? I want you to put realistic dates in. Things that you can truly connect and make happen in your life. Because if you put in, you want to get this all by the next year, you're going to set yourself up for failure. Remember, life is a journey. It's about going on the journey. It's not about getting to the destination. So when you make your plan, make the dates that you want to implement certain things realistic, so you don't go into overwhelm, or you don't throw out the ideal picture of your life because you're not hitting your dates. Okay, now the third piece I want to talk about is a belief, and it's the belief of deserving. If you are thinking of your life in a big way, if you said, my ideal life is to have all these things, there are going to be some beliefs that pop up along the way that say, can I really have this? Or who am I to have this? Or this is too difficult. Or, I don't want to be seen as this person because I might be showing up other people in life. These are the 4 different beliefs that I most commonly work on with people. When these beliefs pop up for you, and I know they will, I want you to have some affirmations in place. And an affirmation is a way of taking a belief and turning it on its head and reinforcing for yourself a new belief. I'll give you a short little story of one of my clients. One of my clients really wanted this Mercedes-Benz coupe, really wanted it. And she came out of a working class background, and this Mercedes-Benz coupe meant success. It meant rich. So her and her husband and her family did quite well, and in fact, they could afford a Mercedes-Benz coupe. She went to the dealership with her husband several times, tried them out, sat in them, and every time it got to the point of purchase, she couldn't do it. And she couldn't do it because she had a belief that that car was for rich people. Therefore, she was unable to buy that car until we did some affirmation or belief work. So how do you change the belief? How did I work with her? I started to change her relationship with what she deserves in her life. So once you start looking at your belief, what you want to do, in her case it was around being able to buy this car. In your case it might be something else, but you need to flip it. You need to understand the why you have that belief. So hers was rich people had this car, working people didn't. So she had to suddenly start to see herself in a new light. She had to accept in that she was making, and her family was making, a lot of money. And they were making a lot of money because she skilled herself up. She went to college, she had great jobs, and she worked hard. So she had to create some beliefs that said, I work and I deserve to have what I can afford in life. She had to change the image of herself to one that can sit in the car. So what she did was she went back to the dealership, she took a picture of her in the car, she put that picture on her refrigerator and in her car, and every day she got in her car, she imagined she was getting in the Mercedes. By the end of the month, she was able to go and purchase her Mercedes. That's how you flip beliefs that might be getting in your way into actionable steps that you can take to create a new belief, a new way of thinking in life about yourself. So I hope these 3 things really helped out, creating an ideal life for yourself, looking at a roadmap and taking action towards that ideal life. And then when beliefs pop up or surface that may get in the way of you getting what you want, flip those beliefs on their head. Flip them around and create a belief that really allows you to embrace what it is that you want. In the next couple of days, you're going to receive an invitation from me in your mailbox. Look for the subject line, free 90-minute teleconference, or join me for a teleconference. In this 90-minute call, I am going to go a lot deeper with how do you co-create your ideal life. And I want to introduce another subject that we didn't have time to do in these videos, and it's about energy. It's about how do you align your energy to your purpose? How do you use energy in order to co-create the life that you want even faster and more elegantly? I hope to see you over the next few weeks for the teleconference. This is Mary Ann Robot, signing off from beautiful Lake Winnipesaukee.